Welcome to the VTerrillHill Show. How is everybody doing today? I hope y'all are well. Some of you I saw earlier this morning, and some of you, this will be the first time we talk today, but welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we're going to just chill out a little bit and chat. I don't have very much at all. Look, let me see, how can I? All right. So we might be on here a while. We might not be on here that long at all. It's all according to how we go. All right. But nonetheless, I do need to say this for those of you guys, and I'll repeat this later, but for those of you guys that are interested in getting the text messages for sanctuary focused prayers and things of that nature, there's going to be a new text thread that we're going to create. So be looking out for that, because I don't want that link really going to general population. So that's a thing in and of itself. Watch time hours are going up. I wrote it over there. We only have 520 more hours to go, y'all. Just 520 more hours, and you have no idea how grateful I am. And as soon as we get this mug going, because if it wasn't for that, I would not be live right now. So I'm looking forward to getting these watch hours to where we need them to be. All right. Before I get into what I'm talking about today, I do need to give some announcements. I haven't really been pushing it here lately, but if you want to be a part of my email community and you're saying, okay, I don't even know who you are. My name is VTerrillHill. I am called to this world to change people's lives for the better. And if you like emails that's 100% surrounded by changing people's lives for the better, there's a link in the video description box of Facebook and YouTube. Click that link, put your name and email address in the box, press OK. You're going to get 2 emails, so look for 2 and check your spam. Once you hit confirm with one and read the other, you're a part of the email community, and you're going to get 3 emails a week every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 a.m. All right, I don't spam. I don't do a lot of extra. It's just straight up good content to encourage your soul. As well, if you want to be notified when I go live, you can join my text community. And by doing that, you need to text VTerrillHill. Now do me a favor. Copy and paste it, okay? Copy and paste it, because it got eyes in there. My parents was on their ghetto stuff when when they created when they spelled my name out. So copy and paste VTerrillHill. It's in the video description box. It's in there 50-11 times. Copy and paste VTerrillHill, and then text it to 833-458-3658. 833-458-3658. Join my text community, so every time I go live, you can be a part of it. Okay? All right. And that's it. Let me say this. I only have 2 line items of encouragement, and then I'm done. I want to encourage you to be your best self. Now, let me say this. You say, well, VTerrillHill, what is my best self? I'll tell you easily. Whatever the hell you say it is. Whatever the hell you say your best self is what your best self is, okay? So create this ideal image in your head of what your best self looks like, and then do your best to become that. And then you might ask the question, all right, well, that's cool, but what if I become that and realize I want something different? Then rinse and repeat. Create another ideal of yourself and become that. And you do it over and you do it over until you do it over until you become fully and comprehensively, exhaustively the person that you. Now, I'm going to be a little risque and say not God, not your mother, not your father, not your community, not your culture, not your race, not your gender, but the person exhaustively that you want to be. All right? So I want to encourage you to be your best version, be the best version of yourself. Someone asked me yesterday, they said that, hold on, let me plug up my phone. My bad, y'all. I know this is ghetto. I'm sorry. Ow! All right. Okay. Someone asked me yesterday, do I give 100 every day of my life? And I said, yes, but 100 is not hey, Marla, how you doing? 100 is not a static number. What 100 looks for me today is not what it's going to look like tomorrow or what it looked like yesterday. Right now, because we had Sanctuary Focus this morning, I hardly made it down here. So me leaned over like this is my 100, okay? And so I say to you, be the best version of yourself that you can be for the moment, for the season, for the space that you're in, and don't allow social constructs and people to tell you what is and what isn't your best. I was having a conversation. Hey, Falana, how you doing? I was having a conversation with my former teacher, and in closing, he said to me, you need a spiritual coach. And I said, not because I am against spiritual coaches. I am 100% for spiritual coaches. But I understand the implication. The implication was as if I am not good enough alone. And I am not going to allow that kind of conversation and talk around me. Coaches, teachers, mentors, pastors, preachers, prophets, leaders are accessories. You understand? So what is an accessory? It's like you dress to the gods and then you put on some earrings and it makes it pop. You know, you are the necessity. Hey, KFC, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad to hear you're doing great, Falana. But you are the necessity, and any and everything else is an accessory. And accessories make you look good. They make the necessity pop. Don't get me wrong. But don't allow anyone to ever communicate to you in a way that makes you feel like you are not the necessity that you need. Now, could it be easier to have a spiritual coach, a teacher, a mentor? Absolutely, because hopefully that person has done what you're trying to do and they can show you some of the shortcuts to get there. Don't get me wrong, that's the point. But until you get one, you have the capacity all by yourself, all within yourself, all around yourself to be your best self. Heard? I don't hear nobody talking to me. Yeah. Do not walk around like you're in a deficit, because that is the energy and the message that you put out in the universe, that you're in a deficit. And you are not in a deficit. You came out of your mother's womb complete, absolutely complete. All right. Thank you so much, Marla. I appreciate that reminder for the people to like, share, subscribe, and comment, because I don't be saying it enough. I'd be too busy over here yapping. But I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. You came out of your mother's womb complete and whole. And the only thing I believe you have to do is tap into that and believe in that. I was having a conversation with, you guys know Thomas is here in town, and we were on the front balcony talking. And I said to him, I forgot because I gave too much information about who I was talking to and where I was sitting when I was saying it. Why do I do that? Whatever. All right. So number one, I want to encourage you to be your best self. Number two, face your fears. Face your fears. I was having a conversation with someone else today, and they were talking about security and needing it, and I understand that. But while you're holding on to security for your mental health, for your emotional health, and what have you, understand that there are certain times, there are many times you're going to have to buckle down and face your fears. And that is something, as we were praying today, and we were talking about, my college student is up there doing, I don't know what he's doing. And we were talking about dying to ego, dying to self. And a lot of that is dying to the fears that you face. Dying to always taking the opportunity to not face your fears. Here's what I tell myself all the time when it comes to facing my fears and inching myself along, that unless you get to the other side, you'll never know what's on the other side. And that's real talk. Unless you're willing to just inch your way to the other side, you'll never know what's over there. And let's be honest, a lot of us have spent a great portion of our life experiencing the mundaneness of this side. How about we take the risk and peek over there and see what's on the other side? Because nothing in life is permanent. Hello. So if you get to the other side and you realize that the other side, the now other side, is better, come back. We take life too serious sometimes. We act like every move we make is permanent. It's over. It's done. Take the risk. Hallelujah. All right? And that's important. Take the risk. Be risky with your life. Take the risk for your life. The people that I listen to that have great stories, and a lot of these people with great stories were not great people, but they have wonderful stories, is people who decided to take the risk. So that's more. Oh, that's what I was telling Thomas earlier today. Because we're talking about my platform and how I don't have a specific religion. You can believe how you want to believe and come on this platform. And I was saying even the person who doesn't believe in God can draw from this platform fully. And he was questioning why. And I said, the reason why is because I believe the way to God is through yourself. And so my message is not find God. My message is find yourself. And whether you believe in God or lean on God or not is a personal decision. And you can lead your life how you so choose. But when it comes to you, whether you choose to take God along with you or not, you need you. And I know that's a message a lot of people don't like to hear because I don't know. I just don't choose to dictate how people serve, define, and look at God. Just like I don't choose to dictate how people serve, define, and look at their sexuality. It ain't none of my business. I know how I serve God, and I do it fervently, and I do it powerfully, and I do it with conviction. But I don't care how you serve God. I am not moved by it at all. If y'all can remember, my father was on here on Wednesday, and I said to him, because I noticed there was sometimes he was stuttering a little bit and not saying something. I said, you could talk about Jesus, because that don't bother me. You can express how you pray and how you move about, because that doesn't bother me. All right. So that's that. That's what I have for that. So I want to encourage you to be your best self, number one. KFC said, that's deep. Great message. Thank you very much, KFC. That's where my heart is. And face your fears. I want to tell you guys something so bad, but I'm waiting for the conclusion of it so I can tell the whole story about how, if I don't hush, I'm going to tell it. All right. Wow. I think I'm done. Of course, you guys should know that I have a covenant with myself to come on here every day until I monetize. And even though I came live earlier today, because we had the Sanctuary of Focus, I still wanted to fulfill my obligation and still come live on my regular time and just drop some jewels and go. Let me say this as well. Faith involves taking risk. Absolutely. What I said earlier in prayer, belief, faith, belief, internal faith. You want to know if someone has faith or not? Are they working? Well, I got faith. I got faith. Oh, you do? Well, what are you doing then? What do you mean? If you have faith, that means you're doing something. You fashion your life around that thing that you have faith in. So I got faith for my healing. Okay. What are you doing then about your healing? I got faith to be debt free. All right. What are you doing? Because faith is action. It's movement. It's creating spirit into matter. It is the substance of things hoped for. Well, probably one of my favorite definitions in the Christian Bible. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Yeah. And so when I am in faith, I am moving. My mouth is moving. My mind is moving. My emotions are moving. My body is moving. My disposition is moving. All right. Everything moves when I get faith. Hey. How do you know your faith is charged? Everything is moving. Everything is shifting. Hey, Omaleo. Faith without works is dead. Still requires work. Omaleo, I got to call you because one of us dropped the ball. I don't know if it was me, you, or both of us. Nonetheless, we got to talk. We were supposed to meet this weekend. Hey, but I didn't really come on here to get stirred up because I need to conserve my energy because this morning, I didn't sleep last night getting ready for this morning. I spent so much time in prayer this morning. And let me talk about this. It ain't going to always be perfect. And I got a little discouraged, if I can be honest, when I made a mistake and hit that button and the prayer went away. I was praying my heart out too. And I kept on seeing these lines and I'm sure you would say both of us, but you're right. You're not wrong at all. I kept on seeing these lines in the comments and I said, what are they putting these dashes for? And I'm praying and I'm praying and I'm praying. And I looked up and said, Lord, I done knocked the video off the prayer, child. What have I done? And then I got super discouraged by it. Not super discouraged, but it took my attention a little bit. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Anyway, I hope that you guys receive what you came on to receive this morning during Sanctuary of Focus, because it was still potent and still valuable. What else? Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I faced one of my fears today. I talked about, and I'm about to talk about this on purpose right now, just because. I want to make sure that I keep on talking about it until I get comfortable talking about it. I faced one of my fears today, which is talk about money. And like I told those that stayed on afterward, that I've seen it abused so much that I shudder away from talking about giving. And was it good, Marla? I'm so glad you said that, because when I tell you I was so bothered, because I've seen it abused so much. And I've seen good people give great money to horrible people. But as I was talking to Thomas earlier today, after prayer, I said, I cannot allow that to stop me, because I fervently believe in giving, and not just money. I think it's weird that the only time you talk about giving is when it comes to money. If the only thing you give me is money, I don't need a sugar daddy. And I don't want to be the only thing I give you is money. I don't want to be a pimp. Have you given your time? Have you given your words? Have you given your consideration? And so we need to delve into giving more. And the way that I expose myself to my fears is do like I did today and doing like I'm doing now. I am the epitome of face your fears. I tighten down on this chair. You see, I'm tightened down. I'm facing up. Hey, I think the problem is that, let me sit back and talk about it. Y'all give me 10 minutes. I promise. No, I'm not going to promise you. But in 10 minutes, if I keep on talking and you don't want to be on here, leave. But give me 10 minutes. I'm going to talk about something that's going to help you. And I'm just going to watch this. The problem isn't the crooked person that misused your money and your giving and the value that you gave. The problem is you have skipped over wisdom. What do you mean, VTerrillHill? When a mentor, a teacher, a professor, a scholar, a master, a pastor, a prophet, a community leader gives you information, it is not meant for you to just hear it and immediately assimilate to it. Well, why are you doing? Because they said so. Why are you doing that? Well, that's what Pastor said I'm going to do. That's what my mentor says. I'm just going to do it. And you know where that comes from? It comes from what I was saying earlier, how people have injected their lives into other people's lives and made themselves a necessity when they never were. Anybody outside of you is an accessory to your success. The only necessity to your success is you. And so you have been, or many of you, or some of you have been manipulated to believe that every time you hear something out of somebody's mouth that is of value, that you got to just, all right, got to do it. No. The way you operate in wisdom is application to your life. When it comes to you, it comes general. When you apply it, it comes filtered and broken down in what works for you. I don't give a damn if you ask for $1,000. If all I'm going to give you is $200, take it and be blessed. And it will not hurt my finances, and I'm not going to be cursed. I don't care if I have the $1,000 to give. I will give what comes out of my heart to give. Why? Here we go. Here's the wisdom. Because that is what is most valued. Now all right. Remember, we've been talking about focus and passion and purpose, right? This comes up out of our heart. It comes up out of us and we act on it. And that puts out a signal to the womb of the universe, and that's what comes back to us. If you are not giving consciously and out of your heart, you are wasting your time. I would rather someone give me 25%. I like words of affirmation. I want to hear you talk, right? I need to hear you. If we're going to be in a relationship, I know certain people. There's this one fella, and I discern that he's about action. If I'm here, that means I want to be with you. Now, I don't need to say I want to be with you. Why? Because I'm here. For me, I want to hear I want to be with you, even if you're here. I want to hear it out of your mouth, right? So I don't care if you give me 25% of the words I need. I would rather 25% of pure words out of your heart than a 100% of what I want to hear, but none of it is coming from here. You understand what I'm saying? And when you give to people, are you giving because it's socially acceptable to be nice? Oh, let me give to the guy on the street corner. Let me give you a good example. This is the best example I can give you. I'm a college student up there. I love the fella. He done got in my heart, y'all. Anyway, he went to go feed the homeless. And I said, don't be bringing that homeless spirit to my house. I'm cutting up, right? How can you say that? You don't want to go feed the homeless? I said, no. What I look like? You know what I told him? I said, I am called to the people down there. Now, what's down there? This studio. I'm called to the people that come on this string. This comes up my heart. Me just simply taking my time to go feed the homeless because it's a good thing to do is not as potent as me taking that same hour or two, lighting my candle and praying for my email community and for those that come on the Sanctuary of Focus. I'm not just going to be doing good things because they're socially acceptable to do. I'm going to be doing because it's what? In my heart to do. It's a part of my overall focus, passion, and purpose. And some of you are giving too much because what you're giving is not connected to where you're going. And I am not talking about giving to somebody that got more than you. No, I'm talking about you're giving energy, time, and words to something because it was a good idea, but that idea is not aligned to your ultimate destination. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? And make sure you like the video if you understand what I'm saying. And if you think like that, you're not going to move every time you are asked to move. But more than likely, you're going to move more. Now watch this. That's why these preachers, all right, Vincent, use your words properly. That's why these preachers are not that smart. Because they almost want you to jump when they say jump. When the reality is, if you teach people how to give out of their heart versus from their ears of a command, they are more apt to give when you don't say something because they're following their heart. Does that make sense? So what I'm asking for those of you guys that are connected to this community, be givers. Be givers, but give from a space of wholeness because you understand who you are and why you are and where you're going. Not out of obligation. You cannot give yourself into wholeness. You cannot give yourself into holiness. Want me to prove it? Where is your return on investment? Count up everything you've given. Now, might be troubling. Y'all might have to set a consultation after you answer this question. Count up everything you've given from the time you can remember up until now. Has the return on investment been palatable rather? If it hasn't, perhaps you've been giving from the wrong space. You've been giving the 100 when you're supposed to have been given the mite. That's the scripture. Let me show you what I mean by that. The lady, there was a group of people around, and they were giving. And the scripture says that there's one old poor lady that had a half a pence, and she gave that. Guess what got God's attention? It was the half a pence. Because while others had it, one gave from their heart. So my question to you is, have you been giving from a space that stops the universe? No, the hell up. Stop spinning. We need to pay attention. Somebody has signaled that they want to return from the divine. And that is not amount. That is not quantity. That is quality. Do you all understand what I'm saying? If you do that, you're not going to be as tired as you have been. You're running out of energy because you're just giving. Well, so-and-so called me. Well, why you pick up the phone? I can't just leave them hanging. Yes, you can. You're not God. Hey, if they think that will change me wrong, I can say it has. I am short of what I gave out. So that's very honest, Marla. That's very honest. Let me tell you, and let me say this. When I started focusing on me, I feel more fulfilled, and I feel like I have gotten more back from it than when I was putting out. Yeah. Now, there's one thing I got to glip, because there's a space I'm putting out too much, and I'm not getting enough return on investment because I'm putting out a lot. And we'll talk about that later. All right? So it is important that you check your motive. Are you trying to pay your way into getting what only work and consistency can give you? My mother asked me to be on their board. They have a digital ministry too, which is great. Oh, did I say digital ministry too? Oh my God. They have a digital platform too. I cannot believe I said digital ministry. Anyway, they have a digital platform too. And they asked me to be on their board. And I said, how much is it going to cost me? I know my mama. She told me. And up out of my heart, I said, all right, fine. I'll sow into their ministry every month by being on the board and giving my dues. Not because my mother asked me. One time I said, Mom, one time she said, Mom, one time I asked Mom, what you want for your Mother's Day? She said, I want this, one, that, and another. I said, I don't know about that. She's like, well, you got the money. I said, Mom, that's my money, not yours. Now, I end up getting it anyway. But the point was I had to make it clear. I had to make it clear. No, we don't have, this is not a us money. This ain't a we money. Claude, I know you didn't come over here and comment. Okay, fine. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Y'all, I slept. Okay, fine. Yes, Lord. No, but that's been on my heart, y'all. Okay, I'm just going to talk. Y'all done got me in trouble now. I I feel like I'm going to organize the Sanctuary of Focus into a ministry. All right, that's it. I'm done. We'll talk later. I am, and I'm going to. I've seen it done wrong. I'm seeing it done wrong. I don't like to use right and wrong. I've seen it not done best. I'm currently seeing it not done best. And I want to give others the opportunity to experience it in a way where a year from now they can bloom and do something significant in their own lives. There you go. Yeah, everybody happy now? Y'all leave me the hell alone now. Clyde, you real shiesty for not commenting the entire time and then want to come call me out for that. You should have said, hey, first, before you stab me in my bike. It's been on me. If y'all remember, for those of you guys that listened to the first prayer that I ever sent out, in the very last portion, I closed my eyes. I said, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. And I said, all right, y'all, I'm praying for me now. It hit me. And then last night it hit me again. And I was so bothered today, so I had to talk about it. So I text a couple of people. I didn't say much. I text Claude. I didn't say what I was asking for. I just sent something out there. I talked to Thomas. But you know what's interesting, y'all? First of all, the way I love this community and the way I love y'all, man. I love y'all, man. God knows I do, bro. God knows I do. But I was watching my parents today, and I give God glory, y'all. Watching them organize what they've been doing for years. They have a local church, but they have more members in their digital ministry than they do in their local church. They make more, if I'm correct, they make more money in their digital space than they do their local space. And they've created a board. And I said to myself, this is just, and what did I say after you text me? Tell it right. Hold on. All right, bet. This is just us talking. It's on the public platform. I'll read it. And I said to myself, oh my God, hold on a second. I'm literally doing what they're doing. God, man. Where's Claude at? Oh, worse himself. Get on my goddamn nerves. I said, Claude, what is the word of the Lord? No, I didn't even say hi or nothing. I said, what is the word of the Lord? He said, build it. I said, shit. And I'm not going to read the rest. But I've committed to building it. I have a plan for it. And we're going to see what happens next. All right. That's it, guys. That's it. I love y'all long time. I love y'all for real. Y'all are a joy for me. Y'all are a part of my return on investment. And I'll say this over and over and over again, that I hope that you are not just looking at me and being inspired by me versus taking the inspiration and slapping it right here in your heart. All right. All right. We're going up and we're getting out. We're going to change the world. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much, Marla. Thank you, Falana. Yeah, Claude is all right. He's all right. Yeah. I tell you what, there are a couple of people who every time your life is in transition, they're around. And funny enough, Claude is one of those people that there's a certain kind of turbulence that comes, and he's always around during that turbulence. And as a matter of fact, I'm just talking now. So I appreciate and honor Claude. I appreciate and honor all of you, actually. I really do. All right. To the moon and back, guys. We're going to go to the moon. We're going to experience it. We're going to come back and tell everybody about it. We're going to go to the moon, the proverbial moon, that is, of course. We're not going to the moon for real. The proverbial moon. We're going to learn the language of the moon and the style of the moon and the finesse of the moon. And then we're going to come back to this space, this realm, and teach others what we saw when we went up. And that is the whole point of what we do. All right, announcements are coming. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be on at 5 o'clock. I'll be on at 5 o'clock tomorrow because I'm going to a concert, actually. All right, y'all be blessed. Bye. Do me a favor, if you enjoyed today's show, like, share, subscribe, and comment. As well, if you like this content, you're going to love my email community. And to join that, the link is in the video description below. All you got to do is click the link, put your name and email address in the box, press OK. You're going to get 2 emails from me. One from me welcoming you, and the other is a double opt-in where you have to press OK or confirm. You have to do both if you want to be a part of the email community and get content like this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 9 a.m. Also, if you want to be notified when I go live, text VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658. Again, VTerrillHill to 833-458-3658. If you want to continue this conversation with me on a personal note, I offer everyone that sees my content a free consultation. All you have to do is email me at info@VTerrillHill.com, put in the subject line free consultation. I'll send you a link. You set the appointment, and for 30 minutes, we'll talk through video conference call. And I promise you, your life will not be the same. All right. All that information is in the video description box below.